Hello everyone, this is LW Gaming and welcome to a hero showcase video. This time we're gonna take a look at Macaera or Macaera. I think I'll call her Macaera for now. She's a dancer from the WonderSwan game, and even though she's a dancer, she doesn't really perform act against. Sorry to break that to you, but anyway, she's her main role is assassin based, of course. So her kit is interesting. So although I got her like in the late times of like the major updates, so yeah, I have a reason why I decided to summon them late because of my RL things. I think mostly already heard about that by now. But anyways, let's get to the main part of the video. Let's talk about her talent called Veil Blade, Sara Bande. I think that's how you call it. But anyways, I apologize if that was not the right pronunciation. And what this talent is that it increases her attack and crit damage by 10% at 3 stars, and I think 25 at 6 stars if I'm not mistaken. I can always double check. Let me take a look. Let's see, at 6 stars, yep, 25%. Okay, after using a skill, applies the special terrain effect, which is called Hidden Blade, to one random empty block within one block of the skill's target location. When an enemy unit ends its turn on this terrain, it takes fixed damage equal to 1 times the caster's attack, and this will last for 2 turns. And after taking action, can cast Veil Blade Sara Blande, Bande? I think that's how you call it, but anyways, disregard if this is not the right pronunciation. Attacks the first enemy in one straight line, deals 0.1 times AoE damage, and steals 1 buff from the target. If this attack deals crit damage, deals an additional 1 buff. Also applies crit and crit damage increased by 20% to the first ally within range, and this will last for 1 turn I mean. And I gotta say, that even though as a 3 stars, that sounds pretty nuts. Because you're basically stealing buffs from them, but of course do not steal the buffs from like, a tank that will guard. I don't think she will like that. But honestly, this is just this is probably the funniest way to think about. So if you ever like steal a buff from a tank, just be aware that your Macaera will start tanking for you unknowingly, of course. So yeah, just be careful when you're stealing buffs because there are some upsides and downsides on doing this kind of stuff. So like you can steal their buffs, but be aware that they could actually not be helpful for you. So yeah, here are the skill stats she has. Let me go over each of them. So when you first unlock her, you'll get this skill right away, which is the Mind's Eye. And then when you upgrade them, you'll get other skills as well, such as Backstab, which most of you probably don't use this, but in the early days, I remember some people use this to like get some easy damage. Like this is like an auto rag as long as the opponent is 100% HP, which is the one downside because most of the time they're always like below that threshold. So this may not be as helpful as you would think. Illusory Dance. This is a teleport skill to one ally Hidden Blade within 7 blocks, and gains a crit and crit damage increased by 20% for 2 turns, and she can act again after that, which is neat. And then there's also Salvation, which is a attack-based healing skill. We also have Mass Attack. We also have Silent Blade Kiss. This is the single target attack, deals 1.5 times damage. And this attack will ignore melee damage penalty, so yeah, basically you can use this up close if you choose to, which is super useful against range units. After use, the span of the next talent skill changes to 3 straight lines, and applies corresponding effect to the first unit in each line. So yeah, so after this use, the span of the next talent skill becomes a 3 straight line, which is actually pretty nuts. There's also attack support. L stands for large, and after taking action, increases damage dealt by 2 friendly units within 2 blocks, not including this unit, by 15%. Immune to attack and int reduction, and effects that silence active skills, and this will last for 1 turn. Pretty useful all around, which will like prevent you from getting silenced. And then there's also Plunder, which is the one that allows you to steal buffs, and also on top of that, this attack allows you to ignore guard. And this will This will basically allow you to attack the enemy directly, and this will deal 1.1 times damage. Not high damage, but just good enough to be dangerous. And now let's walk through how you get those skills through the class upgrades. So at the beginning, this is where you start with. You get backstab when you got the upgrade, and this is where you unlock the illusory dance in the holy class, salvation holy class, and then mass attack in holy class. And then this is the assassin class. This is where you get this skill called Silent Blade Kiss. This is the one that will enhance your talent skill. And then there's this here, attack support large, and then plunder. And then as for soldier choices, there's actually a lot of choices on here. I chose deck gunners for, of course, higher attack and also effectiveness against flyers. You could also try use lone wing arrows if you want to, but I think the best options are either Fairy Spirit Prophets or even deck gunners. Depending on your preference, I chose deck gunners for, of course, bonus against flyers. And for the equipment set, this is the one I will run with if I ever play in PvP. And I run her with Meteor and have her focus on attack and HP if possible when it comes to enchant. Or to make it better, for your accessory, try to get crit as the enchant as well, but the chance of that happening may not be as great as you would think, because you have to worry about other stats being something that not as useful as the ones that are important, such as HP and attack. But you can safely like have like no HP on there, but HP bonus on here is gonna be pretty handy in the long run, because basically it can create some unusual scenarios where your assassin survives for certain attacks. Something like that. Anyways, Lurker Sting is very useful, especially Macaera really lacks the range. So having this as a weapon is going to be a good thing to have. Although the enchant is questionable there, as you can see here. The attack at 9% is pretty bad. Not up to my standards, but I'll get it fixed when I have time to do so. But for now, this is just a showcase video, so I don't think it needs to be that high, but we'll see. And I gave her last rites, of course, because she needs something to like resist heavy damage at least one time. Keen's Crown for the buffs for other allies, as maybe giving herself a bit more defense, like HP and magic defense increase. And finally, Slayer Emblem, so that way it will capitalizes her capabilities of taking down flyers, especially against Tarantel. Although you could say that the Macaera may not supposed to attack Tarantel because he's a tank after all, but she's actually a great tool to take him down if you choose to. But her main purpose is, of course, assassinate enemy units that are fragile. So for now, let's take a look at the awakening stage. But before we do that, let's talk about what this skill calls. Soul Seizing Dance. This is a 3C skill. When initiating battle, ignores guard if an ally hidden blade is within 2 blocks. So as long as the blade is in range within 2 blocks of those units, their tanks are rendered useless. So yeah, if you're on the field, watch out for that blade, because if you get too close to that thing, like 2 blocks within it, say goodbye to that unit, because that unit is gonna be dead by Macaera, because she's gonna hit you directly. No exceptions. And the physical damage on here is that it does one target, dealing 1.6 times damage. After battle, she can teleport to any ally hidden blade within 7 blocks if there are no other enemy female heroes within 1 block of the enemy. Attacks before the enemy during this combat, or during this battle, and can teleport the enemy to the spot near the target block. When teleporting, teleporting an enemy target is considered a displacement effect. So yeah, if you have something like a electric headwear, that can be easily be resisted. So yeah, just be mindful of that one when you're fighting against an enemy with electric headwear, because that's where Macaera will not be able to teleport with them. And this is what she does when this is what it looks like when she activates the 3C. With animations on, of course. So let's get right into this stage without wasting any more time. So first things first, let's look at our opponents here. I don't think Covenant matters here, but I'm going to choose Tier for, of course, higher damage. Our first opponent is against Zion, which makes sense because he is he is part of the Millennium Wonder Swan title, and so is Macaera. Alia is our second opponent, and our final opponent is Betty, which is kind of an unusual choice, but hey, I guess that makes it fair, I guess. So let's begin the battle. So right away we're just going to attack Zion with this skill here. We can just attack from 3 because of our Lurker's Sting equipment. And he's dead. And that's the blade that you see here. And I'm gonna keep that there because there's no point for me to use it for anything. And also, since I brought 2 of those attack skills, I can just do this here. Attack Alia from 3 blocks. And then another blade. I'm going to, let's see. I'm just going to leave it at that for now. I'm just going to stay put. And then Veil Blade, I'm going to go up there. I think it goes all the way. So yeah. That's gonna hurt me, isn't it? Oh yep. Ouch. Oh wow, that survived. Okay. That's unexpected, but I don't think you really did that. Yep, you're gone. Yeah, Macaera is all about damage. So yeah, if you have like the talent ready to go, don't be afraid to use it to do additional damage. So like if they're pretty low, like in that scenario, you can just use it to kill them because it's considered an AoE attack. So now let's move on to stage 2. And unlock that 3C. Okay, this time around we got some different units we can work with here. So we got Tiana as our ally, Aurelia as our ally, and Shem as our ally, which we're going to showcase that next time. So for now, we'll be using Macaera, and it looks like Macaera is using the same soldiers as we have, and same class. This batch is most likely a mirror, but in my favor, of course. I think we'll just stay back, I guess. We'll just stay here for now. I'm just gonna toss that there. Yep, this is what we're back my Aurelia as well. Okay, so let's think here. I'm gonna go right here and then put this on. How about right here? And I'm gonna guard Macaera. I think I'll move back with him as well. Nice, standing on my blade.
視線をそらさないでね。
You're gonna toss that at me. Oh, and now that blade is enemy
命令
blade.
があればどうぞお申し付けを。
However, since Borrelia is stupid enough to get too close, I'm just going to do this. Kill her instantly. And then I'm going to toss this at
こ
the...
の前で見送ってあげる。
ティアナにお申し付けください。
would I be able to reach over there? Oh yeah, I can.
無礼者。
Hit,
騎士の忠誠を軽んじる。
push it back.
私が対応いたします。
And I think I'll do it like this, and then give
喧嘩はい
it
け
to
ません。
Macaera.
永遠の眠りにつく
And
前
I'm
に
gonna
逃げ
move
るがいい。
forward slowly.
無礼者。騎士の忠誠を軽んじるな。
Maybe push me back. Oh well.
この前で見送ってあげる。
Ouch.
どこに逃げようとしているの？
Okay, I'm gonna go over here to heal myself.
視
Of
線を
course.
そらさないでね。
I don't wanna die. Okay, throw it at
視線
Macaera.
をそらさないでね。
ティアナにお申し付けください。
And I think I'll...
無謀の襲名。
Oh, okay, that might not be worth it, actually.
永遠の眠りにつく前に逃げるがいい。
Hit them
死
all
も
right
ま
there.
た救いだ。
ティアナにお申し付けください。
守護者が駆逐します。
And I'm just gonna position here. Stay put, and then activate this.
喧嘩はいけません。守護者が駆逐します。
How far can I hit with this? Okay, you're gonna just go all the way back and then do this.
駆逐します。
One AoE, and hit another one. Oh, that was
私にも
big.
母としての覚悟があります。
Alright,
セ
you're
イラム
gone.
王国の血筋は私が守る。セイラム王国の血筋は私が守る。
Oh, I think my application froze, but no worries, it'll respond. Give me some time. Okay, there it goes. Now
セイ
it's
ラム王国
responded.
の血筋は私が守る。
死に物狂いであがけ。
Ouch.
命令があればどうぞお申し付けを。
I can only heal myself.
視線を
Unfortunately.
そらさないでね。
And this will not hit anybody, so I'm not gonna bother to use it.
私にも母としての覚悟があります。
永遠の眠りにつく前に逃げるがいい。
Okay, I'm gonna use that. There we go. Attack Tiana. AoE.
私にも母としての覚悟。
私が対応いたします。
And now go right here to attack. This might not be ideal because I'm basically wide open to attack to the enemy's attack here.
私が対応いたします。
I'm not
Tiana
gonna
に
risk
お
it,
申し
so
付
I'm
けくだ
just
さ
gonna
い。
go and get up close to Tiana and then kill her. Yep,
守護者
down
が
she
駆逐
goes,
します。
and then I will use Aurelia to take him out. Flawless victory. And we're all set for Macaera. Now let's take her to the battlefield and see how she plays with this skill here. Okay, here we are in the battlefield, and I did brought along Serena just to showcase that she's finally voiced now.
失望させるでないぞ。
Pretty nice, right? Serena is no longer a voiceless character. Pretty
命
nice
令があ
to
ればどうぞお申し付けを。
see. So now let's take a look at what we can do against this Cherie. I'm gonna push you over here. Ouch.
命令があればどうぞお申し付けを。
And I'm going to push you up.
命令があればどうぞお申し付けを。
And now let's take a look at this 3C here, how this is gonna work. And also I gotta be mindful of the positioning here. Do I want to position myself right here or... Actually, I think I'll position right here. There you go.
この舞で見送ってあげる。
Not much damage here. I think we'll just attack that directly.
視線をそらさないでね。
Yeah, that'll buff everyone in the proximity. However, this one still doesn't have a voice because it's just a typical limited time 3Cs. They don't usually come with a voice. I mean, they used to do that, but not anymore. Excluding, I think Waitem still does it, but not for the other characters though. April, I think he still does that. I remember Ice used to be able to do that as well, but they decided to remove it for whatever reason. So yeah, that is the that's the end of the battle. So I'm gonna cut this video and I'll be right back. Okay, overall, how I feel about this character, I would say she has a lot of potential to be great for PvP. And as that said, I will consider bringing her into PvP at some point, but right now, the meta has gone out of control with Gay Succubus, so I'm not sure how she's gonna fare against that. But anywho, that's it for this video. So hope y'all find this video helpful or informative, and I'll see you all next time for Shem. Until then, goodbye.